Hey guys, I hope you're having a good start of the week. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about purpose and finding meaning and substance in the human experience. Recently, I've been pondering on life's meaning. I would definitely consider myself an existentialist. I'm often reflecting on the purpose of life, why we're here, what are some of the most important things we can engage in while we're on this earth. And I'll reflect on these things quite often. And as I do, and when I seek to find meaning in my life, I am always led back to some type of virtue, some type of principle founded in goodness, love, compassion, care, honesty, wisdom, intelligence. These things inevitably always bring stability to my life, and bring me hope for the future. Virtue brings me hope. Because as human beings, we can engage with virtuous principles and we can incorporate virtuous principles in our own internal self, within our own psyche, but also in our social environment and even within our economic processes. And so I'm a huge advocate of virtues. Within the realm of virtue, in this video I want to talk primarily about the virtue of inclusion. I've noticed in my life that there's different cultures that will develop over time. And within my environment, I can observe different cultural norms. And one of the cultural norms that I will often observe is exclusion, or groups that are more exclusive. And I've experienced the negative impact of trying to connect with individuals who are wrapped up in this quote-unquote epistemic bubble, which is obviously amplified by whatever past experiences have occurred for those individuals that make up those groups. But through my life experience, I've noticed that exclusion perpetuates unnecessary sorrow. It leads to isolation. It leads to mistrust. And these are gradual processes that occur. It's not like an instantaneous thing most often. And this process often is unconscious to human beings, unless we're introspective and self-aware and we're doing the internal work necessary to see our world and how it is continuing to be shaped through these moments in time. So in this message, again, I guess just in simple terms, it is my feeling, it is my belief that in order for certain healing to occur within the human experience, we have to create a culture of inclusion. We have to create the type of culture that is built on virtues, where it is safe also to be inclusive. I recognize that there are very valid reasons for why some individuals choose to not engage with certain people based on ideological differences. But I think that there are some seemingly polarized ideologies that, with psychological and emotional maturity, can be synthesized, and we can learn how ideas can coexist. in philosophy, they talk about this dialectical process, which is essentially the development of knowledge and ideas, where one idea is presented, an opposing idea comes face to face with it, and through the interaction of this dialogue, or in some instances argument, synthesis occurs, and you're presented with a new data point or a new viewpoint or perspective. So the idea that I want to present to you in your life experience, or an idea I want to present to you, is to try to develop inclusivity, obviously with wisdom, be discerning, but take the time to build healthy relationships with other people. I don't think we have to be so quick to judge. I think we can try to understand different people's perspectives. I think that, again, I think a lot of the healing that our world needs to experience and deserves to experience will come through a more inclusive culture, where different ideas can come together and we can talk through those different ideas, those different beliefs, those different feelings, and we can process together, we can learn together, and we can grow together. So yeah, that's essentially my message to you, is to engage, again, depending on the season of life that you're in. If you're looking for meaningful connection, I think it's important to find communities that are more inclusive, that are not so quick to judge based on shallow judgments, honestly, job, race, all these different categories that never really get at the heart of who a person is, in my perspective. So yeah, I think it's important to have dialogue. I think it's important to get to know people. I think it's important to develop our emotional and our psychological self so that we can engage with other people. And again, I also think if we are seeking for other people to understand our paradigm or our perspective or our worldview, we should have the self-awareness and to also step into their world. These are dual, I guess it's the duality of growth and healing, where we need each other and we both have to engage in some type of humility. As human beings, we all have to engage in introspection. We all have to engage in, hey, I'm willing to hear you out, but are you willing to hear me out? And when other people aren't willing to, that has more to do with their realm of experience and maybe a resistance, maybe some ignorance to the possibility of what can be. But there are a lot of people in the world who want to have positive relationships. There are a lot of people in the world who are seeking healing, who are seeking growth. There are a lot of people who are eager to heal and improve and prevent unnecessary suffering in the human experience.